So CheckMyFile provides the UK's most detailed credit report. They show data from Experian, Equifax and TransUnion all in the one report. So for us as mortgage brokers, CheckMyFile is ideal because mortgage lenders, they typically will use Equifax or TransUnion, maybe a mixture of the two. So having one report that shows all three of those agencies is super helpful when we're sourcing for a mortgage lender. So not only will CheckMyFile show data about your credit in terms of arrears, whether you've made payments on time, but it will also show you data about any county court judgments that are on your file, any credit footprints that have been made against your file from other sources, and also if you're on the electoral roll as well. You get all of that in the one report. Your CheckMyFile report will roughly update every 6 weeks. This is because Experian, Equifax and TransUnion, they will normally update their data too at the 6-week mark. So if you're going through a mortgage application at the moment, just be mindful of that. If you do apply for further credit after 6 weeks, at that stage, the mortgage lender might do another review of your credit file randomly, and it could affect your mortgage borrowing. So if you are going through the full mortgage application process, just be wary of applying for additional credit. And if you are using a broker like Boon Brokers, check with us first to see if it's still suitable. So CheckMyFile will look at the credit scores from Experian, Equifax and TransUnion when determining their own credit score for your report. Experian, Equifax and TransUnion, they'll look at your credit status with all of your financial commitments to see what sort of score to give you. There isn't an exact science to how they score this. They keep their scorecard private. But if you have got defaults, late payments, obviously your credit score will be worse than if you've stayed on top of your payments and you've got okay statuses across all of your credit data. Obviously, it goes without saying, you should try to repay your financial commitments on time to avoid late payments, defaults, any arrears, because that will impact your mortgage applications. So mortgage lenders won't consider your credit score so much. They'll actually do their own credit scoring on their own scorecard based on your credit report data. So they'll look at your defaults, if you've got any, when they were registered, when they were satisfied, the balances, perhaps the circumstances around those as well, late payments, and all of these things to do with your credit file, they'll account for and they'll make their own credit score. Now, all lenders, they have their own adverse criteria and they'll score your credit differently, which is why it's really worth going to a whole of market mortgage broker. We can quickly pick up your CheckMyFile report, have a look through it, and we can tell you which mortgage lenders are likely to accept your case. It's worth noting that more niche specialist lenders, they might look at your credit file and they might take a view on that credit. So the more mainstream lenders, they'll tend to see it fairly black and white. If you've got defaults or late payments, they tend to just base it on what's on your report. But you'll find smaller, more niche lenders, perhaps building societies, they might take a more subjective view. And obviously, if there are certain circumstances around late payments, for example, that weren't your fault or beyond your control, they may take that into account. But again, check with a broker to see which option is best for you moving forwards. So with CheckMyFile, you can get a free trial for 30 days. After 30 days, you'll be billed £14.99 unless you cancel, but you have full access to your report while you've got a subscription open. And also remember that you can cancel your CheckMyFile subscription at any time. It's at your own discretion. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, click subscribe and go on the Boon Brokers website to read other articles around the topic of mortgage, insurance, and equity release advice.